Am I audible to all? Okay, that's great. Um, so far we have completed about the basics of Python. Okay, and everybody knows about the basics of Python regarding the process of making the data types and some questions based on that along with the justification. And we slightly move on to the next exercises because still we don't practice any exercises, because when you practice exercises then only we can pass the interview things. Okay, so let's go with your first question, basic question about the list manipulation. Okay, that will be your first question to try it out. So let's have a first question. Okay, I'll try to give you some questions. Based on that we'll have test tomorrow. Okay, let's plan accordingly. I'll give you some exercises. I'll solve it today. Tomorrow we have exercise test based on this. Okay, so let's have a list here. Let's take as input our I is equal to a list. Okay, that has some random values. Okay, I have some random values. So what is the question? Take a list of input and your output should give only the even numbers. Okay, your output should return only even numbers. Okay, even number list. So this is my input. Input list contains mixed elements that can be like 1 2 3 2 4 4 3 variety of elements inside the list. But the output should contain only the numbers with even numbers. Do you have any guess how to solve this? Okay, I hope so. Yes, I got an answer from a person, Basha, Janvi. Yeah, the answer is correct. So let's do how we can do with the for loop and the while loop. Okay. So the very first step, let's go and do with the while loop. Let's take the list. Output list is equal to empty. Okay. Initially, we don't know what will be in the output, so we take it as empty list. Okay. And then we start getting the size of the list. The size of the list can be obtained with the help of len of I. Then what's the condition? We have to do the traversal. What is a traversal? When your starting value, I mean when your starting index value. So what is the starting index value? Always it will be 0. Okay. When the index value is greater than size, then we should stop the program. Okay, so what we give, when the index value is less than size, we should start the program. Suppose when the index value is greater than the size, we should stop the program. Okay, that's the basic thing. First let us print the values. print input list of index. Okay, let's run the program. What happened? It's keep on printing and becomes infinite loop. That's what the yesterday's question we have learned about. Why it is infinite loop? Because the value of the index is not incremented. So what we do? We go with the index plus equal to 1, which means the index will be keep on incremented. Now after this execution, my output looks like 1 2 3 2 4 4 3 etc. I get all the values over here. Okay, now what we need? We have to apply the condition. What is the condition? We need to get the outputs only with the numbers divisible by 2, that is even numbers. So what we do? We do direct method. We apply the if condition, that is if, okay, I of index, if the I of index is divisible by 2, that gives no remainder, then that is called even number. Okay, let's print only the even number. See here, there are 3 even numbers in this list, that is 232, 64 and 64. Let's change some values. See, now I have 3 last time even numbers and I have now 4 even numbers. Okay, so now what is the question? Output should return only even number list. So output should contain only the even numbers. So what we do? Instead of printing, we add into the output list. If input list index of element is divisible by 2, then that is even number. So what we do? We just add to output list dot append input list element. Okay, okay, so the names maybe looks so long, but it's okay, name doesn't matter. You can easily understand the concept that while I, that is index less than size, so if it is index less than size, we have to start the loop, and if the input list index is divisible by 2, then that is element. If that element is divisible by 2 and gives no remainder, modulus means it gives the remainder. Okay, reminder. Suppose if you do not give any reminder with the divisibility, then I take the element and add into the output list. After completing all the process, I print the output list. Okay, len of index, that is input list. See, I get the input list and I get the output list with even number is 232, 646, 238 and 164. This is a question. Okay, I'll give you a homework. Please note down your homework today or your assignment, however you call. Do the same program in for loop. Your today's assignment. Do the same program in for loop. Okay, that is your assignment question. Let's go on to the next question. Okay, let's go on to the next question. So next question is similarly, okay, next question is similarly, I take a list. Okay, I take the input list. Now output list should, okay, output list should return cube of even numbers from the input list. Okay, I hope so you can understand the question. I hope so you can understand the question. Let me just change the input, okay, so that you understand very well. This is my input list, okay. So how the output list should be, see how the output list should be cube of even numbers. Example, you should take first even numbers. What are the even numbers here? 2 and 4. What is the um, cube value of 2? That is 2 into 2 into 2. That is 8. You get me? Even number is 2. The cube value is 8. So what is the cube value of 4? So 4 into 4 into 4. That is 64. So your output should have these two numbers if the input is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Do you understand the question? Have you understood the question? This question. Have you understood the question? Okay. I got response as yes, sir. Let's do it. Okay. Same program. Okay. I'll tell you. Same program. Now I apply the different method. Last time we applied this method, but this time I'm not going to repeat the boring methodology again and again and again. I'll try with different sort of idea, okay, so that you will understand very well and you can really improvise yourself. So let's go on. We have input list, this is output list, okay, so we should not take this as a final answer. Let's take empty list, okay, this is the question, that is why I'm displaying you. So let's comment it out so it won't work in between. Now let's go for the solving methodology. While true, okay, while true, because I want to start my loop when the program starts without any condition. When should I stop my loop? If the size, so what is the size? We don't know the size, right? So the size is equal to len of input list. Len of input list, the size is equal to len of input list. So if size is um, equal to the index, so you have index, right? Index starts from 0, so let's take index is equal to 0. So if size is equal to index, we should break. But what is the problem here? Say like an example, index starts from 0, 0, 1, 2, 3 and 4. What is the size? Size is 5. So what I do, I subtract 1 from the size, okay, then only the program works. Now, if the size -1 is equal to index, then we should break. Suppose if it is not, let us print the input list element with the current index. Okay, let's run the program. Why is this giving infinite loop? Any guess? Come on, it's question time. I'm expecting some answers. Why is it infinite loop? This will be keep on running. Why? How can I make it work in a better way? Okay, yeah, while loop, it's correct. But I'm asking how? How can I stop this from infinite loop? Okay, I get answer. Missing increment or decrement. Exactly correct answer. So this program is while loop. So this program while loop has infinite times of execution just because I used the condition while true. So while true means it is always true. It will not be false anytime, so it will be keep on working. So to make it stop, we have set a condition. What is the condition? If size -1 is equal to index, then only I break. So it is based on the index. Size will not change, the size of the list will not change, but we can change the index. So what we can do, index is equal to index plus 1. I'm incrementing the index. Now I execute, you see, I get the output 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, but I have 5 elements, right? So let's remove this minus 1, and now it's perfect. Remember, if you give this if condition in the last, it's not good. See here, it is not a good practice. Do not give the if condition in the end, always give in the beginning. Then only it makes a perfect understanding for your program. Okay, if you want to have even better formulation, go with the else part. Okay, now we have completed the basic structure of while loop. Now what is the question? The program should return only the cube of even numbers. So what we have to do? We have to take the even numbers. So what we have to do? If, okay, input list of index is double equal, okay, if input list of index even numbers, right? So same program, modulus by 2 is equal to 0, then I'm printing this. Okay, so if I run the program, I get two even numbers, as we have seen already, 2 and 4. But what we need, we want the cube of a number. How do we do the cubic values? How do we do the cube in Python? Just give a try. Star star 3, exactly correct. Star star will be the correct one. Remember, we should use only 2 stars. Okay, only 2 stars. Okay, now input list is 1 2 3 4 5. Okay, input list is 1 2 3 4 5. Input list of index is 2. Okay, so this value is to be cubed. So star star 3. Please don't confuse, students. We should not use more than 2 stars. That is error. Suppose if you do this, you see the answer 864. But if you give 3 stars, then it is error. Please do not make this mistake. Cube or square or to the power of 4, 5, 6, any number, we should suppose to use only 2 stars. So we get the answer 8 and 64. Okay, what is next? Your program should return only the cube of even numbers from the input list. So let us create a list. Okay, it is output list. So what we do, instead of printing output list dot append the values. Now after appending everything, print the output list. Now you run the code, you get the output of what we have done over here. So this is the output. So now You get first assignment, right? What is the first assignment? Do the same program in for loop. This is your first assignment. Your second assignment. What is the second assignment? Do the same program in for loop, the same methods. Okay. Second program, do this program in for loop. Okay. That is your first assignment. This is your second assignment. Next assignment. Next assignment. Okay, let me take the questions. So first your question, your output should give like sorry, your output should only have index of odd numbers from the input list. I hope so you have understood the question. So the question is, your output should only have the index of odd numbers. So let me change the number so that you'll understand. Okay, so that you'll understand better. I have a list here. Okay, in this list I have some numbers. So we should give the basic indexing. So first it is 0, this is 1, 2, 3 and 4. So 100 is the element. Listen carefully. 100 is the element, 200 is the element, 301 is element, 403, 5001. These are the elements. Hello, am I audible? Hello, am I audible? Okay, see, so what we are going to do here, the values are here 100, 200, etc. But what is the question? Your output should have only the index of odd numbers. So only the index is to be added. So first you should know what are the odd numbers is in your program. Okay, what are the odd numbers are available in your program. Based on that odd numbers, you should extract the index. That's what the task we are going to have now. Okay, listen here. So first thing, you should know what are the odd numbers here. 301 is odd number, 403 is odd number, and 5001 is odd number. So what your output should have? That is 2, 3 and 4. Your output should have 2, 3, 4. Why 2, 3, 4? Because those are the index of odd numbers available in the input list. You got it? Okay, those are the odd numbers in the list. Let's do this program. So once again, while um, index is equal to 0, while index is less than len of input list, if okay, what we have to do, we have to print the odd numbers. So what is the condition for odd numbers? If input list of index divided by 2 is not equal to 0. If it is not equal to 0, then it is called odd number. If it is odd number, let us print the input list of index element. Okay, and also what we have to do, we have to increment the index plus is equal to 1. Okay, let's run the program. Okay, this program gives the output of all the odd numbers, but what do we want? We want only the index. Okay, we do not want the entire program, we just want the index of the particular element. So that can be achieved even easily by just printing the index. Now if I print index, I will get only the index. But what is the format? My output should have this 2, 3, 4. So what I do? Instead of printing, I add output list dot append index. That's all. After adding the index, we should print the output. That is super easy. Now you may ask a question, will it work for any program, or is it working only for this program? No, this works for any program. Now I change the input list. Okay, maybe you can understand now. I change here as 9 as it is odd number. Here also I am changing as 7 odd number. Here I make it as even numbers. Okay, now if I run, what is the output? That should be 0, 1, that's it. 0 and 1 is the output. You see here, I get the output 0 and 1. Please note it out. Participants, can you hear me? I'm not sure you can hear you because I don't get any response from your side. Please do respond. Okay, let's move on to the next question. Next question is a kind of easy question, super easy question. This basically works with the list manipulation. Okay, let's go with some numbers, easy numbers. Participants, you can hear me, right? Okay, perfect. See the question. I have input list. So I have input list. So this input list contains some numbers. Okay, some numbers. I have 2, 4, 3, 14 and 7. What is this question? Your output should modify the list. Okay, your output should modify the list. How it should modify? So if the odd numbers are there, what you should do? Add 10 to the number. Okay, if there are odd numbers, add 10 to it. If there are even numbers, multiply by 2. Do you understand the question? If it is odd number, okay, what you should do? You should add 10. You get me? Let's solve. Okay, let's solve. Listen. If it is my input list, example, if this is my input list, how it should be manipulated? If it is even number, what should I do? I should multiply by 2. Is 2 is even number or not? Is 2 is even number? Okay, even number, perfect. So how it should be? If it is even number, I should multiply by 2. So this will be changed to 4. Okay, is 4 is even number? Correct. What it should do? It should be multiplied by 2. So 4 into 2, 8. Is 3 is even number? No. 3 is not even number. So what should we do? We should add 10. If I add 10, then that will be 13. Okay. Is 14 is even number? Yes. 14 is even number. So multiplied by 2, 28. So 7. Is 7 even number? No. It is odd number. So it will be added 10. So your output should have 4, 8, 13, 28 and a 17. Let's do the program once again. We have index is equal to 0, size is equal to len of input list, then while index is less than size, I have to do the work. So what is the work? If, okay, if input list of index, so even number, okay, what is the first thing? Odd number, sorry. What is the first condition? Odd number. Suppose if input list of even number is not divisible by 2, then that is called odd number. Okay, if it is odd number, what should I do? I should add 10. So if it is odd number, I should add 10. So what I do? I do not create output list. I'm directly modify means update. Update means what is existing, we are going to update it. Update means modify. Okay, so what we do? If input list of index is modulus by 2 is equal to 0, that is not equal to 0, it is odd number. So what I do is equal to input list of index is equal to input list of index plus 10. Okay, and what is next step? Index is to be incremented. Now you see here, only the odd numbers are updated. See here, 13, because 3 is odd number, 13 updated. 7 is odd number, 17 updated. So the next step for even numbers. For even numbers, elif, same condition, input list of index modulus by 2, that is divided by 2 gives no remainder. Then input list of index is equal to input list of index multiplied by 2. So whatever the element is there is multiplied by 2. Okay, is equal to multiplied by 2. Now I run the code, I will get the output of what is stated over there. 4, 8, 13, 28 and 17. I hope so you have understood the questions. So we have solved today 4 questions, 4 different kinds of questions based on a list. Okay, so get ready with these 4 questions as assignment today. Tomorrow you will have a test. So in that test you are going to write 2 programs. In the 2 programs you will get such questions, and it will be displayed whether you have to do in for loop or while loop. So get ready for the test tomorrow. You will get 2 questions. So based on the 2 questions you have to write it out, and you should submit it tomorrow, because it's what that's what you're going to prepare for your problem solving methodology. So problem solving methodology will be developed only when you are able to solve a question. If you can understand the question and if you can solve, that is really expected in your placement point of view. So all the very best participants, today you have got 4 assignments, that is 4 questions to be completed and to be submitted. 4 questions I have completed in while loop. Your task is to complete in for loop. So all the very best participants, do it very well and submit it mostly by tomorrow or tomorrow evening. Tomorrow evening we have test. Okay. So very good luck participants. Let's wind up the session and let's meet the test tomorrow. I'll upload the recordings in your Google Drive so you can have an access. Thank you participants. Thank you so much for joining. Have a nice sleep to you all. Good night everyone. You may leave now. Good night, participants. You may leave now. Thank you so much for joining. Good night.